Man has spent the last 2 years building an entire town for his pets, and it will blow your mind. It all started with an apartment for his Shiba Inu and cats, but when people saw the excruciating level of detail that Jing put into it, it went viral. I mean, it is so realistic that it makes it look like the cat is the thing that's fake. Bro, he even created an underground den for his hamster, and then inside that, another even smaller room for his spider. What the hell? And so naturally, people wanted more. So, Jing started building more, like an elevator, a mini robo-vacuum, a gaming room complete with a sneaker collection, figurines, and model cars. And yes, this apartment even has running water. He then spent the next 2 months building an underground parking garage for his pets and even added cameras and put Shiba-san as the head of security. But you know what his pets really needed after that? A seaside retreat to get away from the city. So bro built them an entire private island. Not that kind of island. It took him over a month to build, and it comes with real flowing water, a painted horizon, and is themed on how to train your dragon. And thinking a private island was probably a good place to stop, he then finds out that Ting Hao was pregnant with 7 kittens. And so he suddenly realized this apartment wasn't big enough for a growing family. So naturally, he started building an entire town. Over the months, he built his pets a spa, a supermarket, yes, with real meat, a bank, a cinema, which took him another 2 months to build because he had to 3D print over 1,000 separate parts. He built them a billiards club, a Meow Donald's, and even copped his hamster a cyber quad and his cats a cyber truck. But by far, the biggest addition to Cat Town was the working subway station. This took Jing over 4 months to build, and some of the most challenging parts was figuring out how to open the train doors and platform doors simultaneously, and also how to create a working escalator. But of course, he achieved both of them beautifully, and today, Cat Town has affordable transportation. Now, the biggest question he gets asked all the time is why? Why spend all this time and money on your pets like this? Well, he said that it started just as a fun little idea to attract more customers to his wife's pet store, which she recently opened. But then it just spiraled out of control because he loves what he does and it makes his son happy. This
from her bedroom, like fully in.
All progressive guys cross their legs like women. What they do, literally, it's a sign. It's I cross my legs. As I cross my leg, it'll hike up my top leg, pant leg, and it'll expose my colorful sock. And then you'll know where I'm at. By the way, you can watch them all. Watch Gavin Newsom. Watch them all. Watch them how they cross their legs, and then watch how Trump crosses his legs. He doesn't cross his legs. He holds his legs wide open.
He puts a diamond in front of his testicles.
Right.
He sits like this every time.
So there's Trump with the diamond.
His
His diamond, which accentuates his nutsack. And then you have Justin Trudeau signaling, I have no balls. I have no balls. I will sit in this position for 4 hours, cut off the circulation of my nutsack because I do not have balls, but I have colorful socks, so you know where I'm at. Ladies, gay community, you know where I stand. Look at my socks and watch me cross my legs like a chick. All progressive guys.
All minority parties and people nominate for the Senate, and will be once moved to a digital. Yeah, do you want to say hello to the camera?
Yeah.
Say hello to the camera.
Hello. Hey, Mom. Hi, Dad. Love ya.
All minority parties and people.
Help me build this fire back up. All right, coming. The hell, dude? Oh, I got tear in my eyes. Are you okay?
Estamos de fiesta con Jesús, al cielo queremos ir, y todos reunidos en la mesa.
sound of the blasters was discovered by accident. I was on a hike with my family. We passed underneath the guy wires of a radio tower. I bumped against it, and the wire made a twanging sound. And I said, "Oh my gosh, that's a laser gun." And that wire on that particular radio tower became the basis for all the blasters.
Lock the door, kid!
If you're looking for a great story about personal transformation, then look no further than the humble dragonfly. Dragonflies lay their eggs underwater, and those eggs hatch into these little alien-looking things called nymphs. Dragonfly nymphs live for like 5 years without ever needing to break the surface. They live, eat, and breathe underwater, where they are these incredible little predators that catch insects and tadpoles and even small fish. One day, though, something very strange happens. The dragonfly nymph, having lived many happy years underwater, suddenly gets this urge to do something it's never done before. The nymph finds a reed, climbs up out of the water for the first time, locks its little claws in place, and without warning, its back splits open and a fully formed adult dragonfly bursts out, wings and all. Adult dragonflies are beautiful, but they only live a few weeks, and in that time they are masters of the air, able to hover and fly backwards and sideways, which are difficult things to do for flying creatures in general. And they also catch mosquitoes and flies mid-flight with like 95% accuracy, which is the highest predator success rate on Earth and the main reason that I love them. But the part I can't get over is this. When that nymph climbs out of the water, it has no idea what's coming. It just feels this uncomfortable urge to do something strange. Deep inside, something says, it's time. It doesn't know, in fact, it can't know what it's about to become. It has no frame of reference to even comprehend a life that's not underwater. It doesn't know how majestic it is about to be.
If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine. Your body's fancy, and so is mine.
Beluga whales do not have any vocal cords, so all of the sounds that they make come from the blowhole on the tops of their heads. They have 2 air sacs in there that they can manipulate the shape of, blowing them up or shrinking them down, thus making the different pitches. Beluga whales
Living people eat dead mushrooms. Living mushrooms eat dead people. Dead people. Mushrooms eat dead people.
What's up, pancakes? I'm Judy. I have cafe. Come for breakfast.
I got our guest here tonight talking to me backstage about how much he loves that Flip City scroller. It's super old. We had a friend, Magical Trevor, way back in I think 2021, make that for us. That flip through thing from a template that you can feed into something, and then you feed the images in. I wish I knew what the template was so that I could update it. Am I speaking so terribly? I have a crazy person speaking in my head. All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's Creative Chaos Night. I'm super happy to have our guest here. Looks like Bruce, I don't know if he's going to be late or if he's not showing up tonight for anybody that loves that mustachioed man. He's might be here. I don't know. We'll find out. And if it's your first time here, this is the Creative Chaos stream. This is a show dedicated to shining a spotlight on fascinating people creating fantastic things outside the mainstream. It wouldn't happen without Flip City magazine. And guess what, you guys? I didn't even prepare a promo, but something that we've got going on right now is a campaign for the Flip City magazine special edition of the parodies only. And cause I don't even know what my scene looks like, but if you can bring me to my special scene, I'll deal with it from there. Because we do have something to promote. This is the Flip City magazine special edition. It's 5 years in the making. We've got The Woking Dead, He Demanded More Again, Snarky Ones of the Galaxy, The Woking Dead Feral Dixon, Strange Earthlings, and Jerks of Joke Island, among several other titles. This is going to be an 80-page pack full of laughs magazine. You're not going to want to miss out if you're interested. I don't even care if you're interested in it. Actually, I do care. Go check us out on fundmycomic.com/flipcity27. And I'm going to play. Oh, I was going to play the trailer. Cause if you just bring me back to my chaos over there. I'm going to show our trailer, and then we'll bring in the Batman because I saw he showed up, or maybe the guest and Batman. We'll see.
In a world where sequels and prequels and derivative slop rule the TV and movie landscape, one magazine dares to make fun of them all. One mag to roast them all. One mag to troll them. One mag to break their balls. And in the ratings, roll them.
Cut! Wow, explosions! You guys aren't going to want to miss out on the parodies
and prequels
special edition. Look what happens. Look what happens when I try to produce live on my own. All right, we're done with this scene now, cause. All right, I saw that my special and wonderful, lovely mustachioed co-host has entered the building. So let's bring in the Batman. Hi.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
I wasn't sure if you were coming or not, but
I didn't get a text from you.
I didn't know that was a new thing. I didn't know that I have to text you saying we're doing a show tonight.
No, not a show, but you have to text me who our guest is.
Well,
obviously,
only because I have much irreverence for our guest. I wasn't going to tell you.
You have much irrelevance for your guest?
No, irreverence.
Oh, okay. I'm
very
sorry.
on brand.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I thought you said irrelevance.
Not your. He's very relevant. And Bruce, in case you didn't know, our guest tonight is Doc Blalock. But before we bring him in, what do people need to do with this stream?
First off, I got to say, we have Doc Blalock tonight.
Yeah.
All right. Like, share, subscribe, ring that bell, and if you're on pill.net, hit that red pill, send us some love. And if you really want to show us some love, give us some gold pills too. Yay!
Hooray! Oh, by the way, I have not forgotten to bring up the pill chat. I'm just going to double check. Madison Entertainment Group is over there giving us Scooby Knuckles. Scooby Shaggy Stoner Knuckles. And
Gotcha.
saying, hey, yo.
Fist bumps, fist bumps, fist bumps.
And you know what? I also forgot. Let's say hello to our YouTube side of chat. I see, of course, our wonderful, lovely, very loyal mod, Vulcan Lives, checking in right there at the beginning. I saw also that Edwin drawing aces and much more words than that, saying, hail, peeps. If you're still out there, thank you, Edwin, for popping in and saying hello. And what's up, Tank Ferret? I think he has this on copy paste. Hail to all of you magnificent bastards and bastettes.
Thank you very much.
So, hello, you guys. Welcome to Creative Chaos. I'm super excited to just bring Doc in. Are you cool with that?
Let's bring Doc Blalock on screen with us.
Okay, let's just bring him in. Doc Blalock is a friend of mine. Probably in the indie comics scene, I spend the most time with him beyond my own husband. So let's just play the trailer for A Damn Dirty Thing, and we'll meet Doc on the other side.
Well, wait 1 second before you do. You didn't tell me he was a friend. You told me he was a fiend.
I never said. You liar.
Doc, how you be?
Uh-oh. It's starting again.
What now?
Oh, I swear I'm not controlling this.
It sounded like the Pink Panther opener.
Hello, all you happy people.
It's past Doc's bedtime for anybody that didn't know out there. And
my
that's not because he's old. It's only because he's an early riser, right?
Up at 4:30 every morning.
Yeah, what state are you in though?
I'm on the East Coast. I'm just outside of Atlanta.
Okay, so you're on the same time zone as me. So I got you beat. I've been getting up at 4 o'clock every morning for the last couple of weeks. I don't know why. Just all of a sudden, dink, I'm up at 4 a.m.
But I've been doing 4:30 for like 30 years. So
there you go.
No alarm clock necessary. Just wake up.
You know what I heard about night owls is that they're high IQ. So what are you, Doc?
I'm a low IQ early bird. Always chasing that damn worm.
Hey, both of you, I'm super duper excited. I'm not usually this excited about Fanboy for Us, but I'm super excited. I have to be irreverent about you too, Bruce. I'm super excited for Doc's Fanboy for Us because I don't think I know these things about him at all, even though like Doc, I don't know. How long have I been doing coffee shop with you? Like 6 months or something?
Yeah, right about 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah, and we spend time backstage and stuff like that, but I don't talk about geek or nerd culture with you. but I
Right.
know you like some of it.
Some of it.
Yeah.
Some of it.
So
I don't have as much nerd cred as most people in our little orbit do, but I got a little bit. I got a little.
okay, before we get into fanboy for us though, what does Tank Ferret mean by this crayon yummy good?
He's making fun of the fact that I was Fleet Marine Force, which is Navy but Marine Corps adjacent, and he was Army, and Army calls Marine Corps crayon eaters. But they only call them that when they're safely out of arm's reach.
I see. Now, see, me personally, and I don't know where this came from, my own bias. It seems to me like, well, to me, Marines are like the toughest military branch. Would you disagree with that?
No, I would not. They are extremely disciplined, stress monsters, uh, and I mean, I like Army. Don't get me wrong. You know, they're okay cannon fodder. Uh, but my heart is with my boys in red and gold. As a corpsman, Navy corpsman, I was assigned with the Marines everywhere I went. So I always felt out of place among other sailors, but felt right at home with my Marines.
Okay. Gotcha. Are you ready to gamble? Oh, wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
Wait. I got to ask Doc a question. So if the Navy are crayon eaters and the Marines are jarheads, what's Army?
Well, no, the nicknames are there's jarheads or leathernecks or devil dogs for the Marines. The
Devil
soldiers,
dogs?
yeah. They were first called Tutenhunden Devil Dog by the soldiers of the Kaiser in World War One at the Battle of Belleau Wood. They said they fought like hounds from hell, so they were devil dogs. So the Army, doughboys, soldiers, Kazans, taxi drivers.
Wow.
Sailors
I
are,
think I prefer Devil Dog over Doughboy.
yeah, sailors are squids. That's pretty much.
I've heard squids before.
Yeah. And of course, the Air Force, they just call those Air Scouts. Like Cub Scouts. Yeah.
Air Scouts, Cub Scouts. Got it. All right. So do we want to do the intro for
I do.
What are we doing? What happened?
We're pushing you into the fanboy for us segment.
Okay.
Which, oh wait, I have to switch things around because as Vulcan Lives says, this is the time for me to check out. But I'm actually going to pay attention right after I grab a beer. Anyway, let's get in the segment so I can go grab my beer.
All right, Cosmic. All right, Doc. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions about favorite things you like, and you just have to think about don't think.
You're breaking up on me, Bruce.
I'm breaking up on you? Oh, that's terrible. How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's a little sketchy. So
I've been having trouble with my Wi-Fi for the last 2 weeks now. I don't know what the hell's going
that's
on.
much better. That's much better now.
Okay. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything, but we're good now.
Mhm.
Okay.
So you're going to do what now?
I'm going to ask you some questions about things you like, your favorites.
Okay.
Some of your favorite things.
All right.
So, and then I just want you to just don't think, just do it off the top of your head, what your favorite things are.
Okay.
Mute your mic, Christy. All right.
Are a few of my favorite things.
Exactly. And first and foremost, your favorite movie.
Casablanca.
Ooh. I think I know that because we discussed it when we discussed it the last time you were on, that your book kind of has that noir, dark, PI investigator, bogey kind of style, Bogart's in there with that whole thing. Casablanca. Who's your favorite character in Casablanca?
Rick, of course.
Of course.
He's the original Mac Daddy. I stick my neck out for nobody. Suppose you run your business and let me run mine.
There you go. All right. Now, from there, we're going to ask you who your favorite artist is. Any genre, favorite artist.
In fine art, it's Claude Monet. In comics, it was George Perez.
Monet. Wow. All right.
Mhm.
And
I love
George
that there's
Perez.
no hemming and hawing from Doc. You know, it's kind of like a take it or leave it situation here.
Yeah, well, from what I know of Doc's the kind of in your face kind of guy. He doesn't pull punches.
I don't know what that means. I'm a very gentle soul.
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, I think Pops would disagree with you on that, but okay. All right. So, what about George Perez? Which books would you say you gravitate towards more on George Perez's stuff?
Oh, definitely his Avengers run. George Perez is in his element when he's got a whole mob of people to draw. And he was doing the Avengers when their roster was really big. And so, yeah, I mean, it was just those mind blowing group shots that he would do in a single panel. Like,
yes,
I wouldn't put that many characters on a cover. And he's got them all standing around a single scene in a panel. I was like, oh my God.
yes, indeed, and Cosmex pushing it out there that you are indeed an artiste.
I'm is.
Well, that's good to know, but I'm trying to understand where Monet comes in comparison to George Perez. Give it up. Let's hear it.
I am I teach art. I am a pretty well known selling impressionist painter myself.
Are you really now?
I am indeed. Yeah.
Do you model yourself after Monet?
No. I absolutely just loved what he and Renoir and Pissarro and Sicily were doing in the impressionistic movement. When impressionism defined for me is the subject matter is irrelevant because what you're really capturing is the light and the atmosphere in a moment in time. And so that's what I always go for.
Very cool. So, whose style are you closest to out of the three you just mentioned?
Well, I suppose it would be Monet because I have been called the Monet of the South.
Have you really?
I have indeed.
Well, that's how
By
large
by
does your
your-
ego grow?
So you've been called the Monet of the South by your mother, your ex-wife, or your girlfriend.
No, my ex-wife doesn't have kind words for me. The late Dr. Gail Gooden was he owned the largest private gallery east of the Mississippi River, and I think the second largest in the continental U.S. And he had 7 of my works in his collection. So I'm hanging alongside the real deal Monet. He's got Monet, Renoir, but he also has living artists in there like Glenn Ray Tudor, Mark Shatov, and the great William Intrican, who just passed away. So I was honored to hang amongst those guys.
That's really cool.
Interesting. It's funny because I like the earlier stuff too, but I'm more of a Botticelli is more along my style. I like the way Botticelli used to draw women. Bodacious and curvy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I always enjoyed that.
Yeah. Botticelli was all about thick before thick was a thing.
Exactly. Christie would be one of his favorite pieces to study.
Christy, are you thick?
I you know what's so funny is when you said thick, I'm like, what exactly does thick mean? Like
Hips and boobs, really nice ass.
Maybe my cousin the last time I saw one of my cousins who's kind of rude, I was wearing a pair of capri pants that like is tight on my butt, and she's like, "Damn, J Lo." And I'm like, is that a compliment?
Yes, it is. Take it as a compliment. Indeed. Being thick is a compliment too, but it's thick with 2 C's, not a CK. THICC. That's thick.
That's what the kids say these days, Bruce.
Those darn
Um,
kids.
I wouldn't say kids call women thick. I think they'd call them something else, but I wouldn't know.
Well,
But,
the other phrase, Christy, is pog.
Pog? I've never heard.
Pog.
I've never heard pog either. What's pog? Explain.
PAWG. It's fat ass white girl.
Oh.
I've never heard that one.
But it's not F fat, it's PH fat.
Got it.
Cause while you're using the Urban Dictionary, look up pog. See what it says. From Monet to pog. What the hell happened? Hello, Carrie darling.
Hello, Carrie darling.
Carrie, I want to know: are you thick? Are you a Botticelli model?
I think Kelly. Sorry, Carrie. Jeez.
Carrie.
I know who Carrie is. I have a feeling Carrie might be thick.
Wait. Tank Ferret put it out there. Giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
Yeah.
Gat.
I
It's
guess.
GY. I don't understand the GY. All right, Tank Ferret, you're gonna have to explain that one to us.
No, I think it's adorable because he's Gen X too.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
And
What are you out there telling us what the words are? Are you on 4chan or something? I don't know.
it's skibbity get.
Anyway, how did we? Oh, yeah, we were talking about artists.
Right, Monet and Botticelli and bodacious women. All right, so going with bodacious, let's find out what your favorite food is.
That's a
Grits with sugar and butter.
hey, you better stop it. I am right with God. I do not put sugar in my grits. It's a tie between seafood because I love all seafood and my mother's homemade meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Hey, Grey Wolf.
Hi, Grey Wolf. Weren't we wondering who Grey Wolf was the other day? We can ask him.
Grey Wolf, happy birthday. If it's your birthday, then I have the right person.
Oh, interesting.
Carrie says, what is grits? Carrie, darling, I want you to go on Amazon and order yourself a small bag of grits. It is hominy corn ground up into a meal that you reconstitute 4 parts water to 1 part of the grits, and you boil it for 5 minutes on a low simmer. You add butter, salt, and pepper, and then that will make you right with God, and you will thank me in your prayers for the rest of your life.
Extra butter, though, Carrie. Make sure you add extra butter.
Yeah.
You need extra butter.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes a little bit of cheddar cheese melted in.
Yes, Grey Wolf is who we were thinking of, and so yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grey Wolf.
Happy birthday, Grey Wolf. Good to see you out there. And Carrie's pretending to cry now because you called her thick.
What? Really?
Carrie's pretending to cry now because she's only in the chats less than a minute and you called her thick.
Oh.
Actually, it wasn't you. It was me, but it's okay.
You asked the question. It was
I did
only
ask the question.
okay. See, she didn't hear all the rest of it. They called me thick first. These guys are sitting
did
here
no such thing.
body judging me.
I did no such thing. I did no such thing.
It's because you're a Southern gentleman.
That is absolutely right.
Carrie, let me clarify. Thick is THICC, and it means you got great tits and a nice ass.
Oh, Jesus.
That's all. I don't know you, Carrie, but I sure think that you probably have great tits and a nice ass. What can I say?
See, I told everybody on Twitter where I was having Doc on tonight, and I said I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but it's going to be entertaining.
Well, we've taken it down a whole new road, so let's keep going. Doc, what is your favorite dessert?
Buttermilk pie.
One more time.
Buttermilk pie.
Okay, I don't know
Buttermilk
what that is.
pie. Explain. Please elaborate.
I can't. I don't know how to make it. I just know that it is prepared for me every year on my birthday.
Give us examples of what it's kind of like.
It's a little bit kind of like a key lime pie. It's tangy. It's tart. It has that same cakey, thick consistency as key lime pie. Comes with a graham cracker crust. It's delicious.
I love graham cracker crusts. I think I prefer them over regular pie crusts, in fact.
Now, my favorite cake is I like either spice cake or carrot cake with cream cheese icing. Yummy.
Yeah, that
And
is
what's
good.
your favorite cookie?
See, I get hate for this. My favorite cookie's oatmeal raisin.
Dude, that's my
I'm
second
right there
favorite
with
cookie.
you.
It's my second favorite. Chocolate
That's
chip's
my favorite. Oatmeal raisin. Oatmeal raisin all the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And if they add walnuts in it, oh my God, I'm in heaven.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of walnuts. They're thirst provoking.
They still taste good in a glass of milk. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Dunk that in milk and then just chow down. All right. Well, since we're talking about milk, let's ask you what your favorite drink is.
coffee, of course.
All right. And are you of the alcoholic variety? Do you have one?
My favorite alcoholic beverage. I enjoy brandy. I enjoy port. I enjoy good red wines with meals. I guess if I'm drinking, uh, tequila is my safe alcohol because tequila always warns me when I've had enough.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that Jim Brewer sketch?
Yeah.
About tequila.
Yes, I
I
do.
think that was one of his funniest ever. Do you know that one, Bruce?
No, I don't.
Where basically it's a dude drinking at a party, putting a bunch of alcohol
Yeah.
into his system, and they all have personalities, and they're like, "Hey, I'm beer. What's up?" Yeah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But by the end, he drinks tequila, and it's like, "I me tequila. I shoot the place up."
Yeah.
And then you
My-
puke.
Yeah, my tequila says, "Senor, you've had enough. It's time for you to stop." And I go, "Wow, you're right, tequila. Thank you for warning me." And then I go lay down and put a foot on the floor so the room stops spinning. But in fairness to myself, I haven't done that in 26 years. I don't get drunk.
I was just gonna ask, when was the last time the room had spun for you?
Been about 26 years.
There you go. All right. Now, any genre. The next question can come from any genre: TV, movie, comic, a regular book, a tome of any kind. Your favorite character.
I really like Sherlock Holmes, and I am a big fan of, excuse me. Well, no, not any one character. I like all of Jack Ryan's universe from Tom Clancy, but it's not just Jack Ryan; it's the whole world that Clancy created. So I like that. But if it's a single character, I'm going to go with Sherlock.
All right. Do you have a favorite actor who portrays Sherlock? What was your favorite character performance?
Um, I mean, Basil Rathbone, of course, is the classic, but I really liked Benedict Cumberbatch's take. It was really well done.
He kind of mimicked Basil Rathbone, if I'm not mistaken. He kind of had that same flavor.
What's that?
That Basil. Oh my God, Cumberland had the same kind of flavor as Basil. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.
God, did that still come across? I hit mute on my mic.
No, I saw you sneeze. I didn't have to hear it.
Yeah, that damn sneeze almost tore my head off.
I saw your hat lift off the top of your head on that one. Yeah, I think Cumberbatch kind of had that same flavor as Basil Rathbone.
He picked he did the eccentric and the genius equally well.
Yes, yeah. I happen to like Robert Downey Jr.'s take on it. I don't know if that's something that you have any comment on, but God bless you again. God
Yeah.
bless you again, and God bless you again.
Thank you. Something's getting me. I'm going to take my Zyrtec.
Just start grabbing some local honey and do a spoonful a day.
Who can afford local honey?
Well, I buy it because I have the same problem. Hay
That
fever is my worst enemy.
that
Until
actually makes a lot of sense. You know, because
until
of the pollen.
yeah, until I had gotten COVID, I'd never had allergies before. Now I do.
Well, your body chemistry changes every 7 years. It just may have coincidentally happened around the same time as the scamdemic, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. But yep, I hear that.
Same thing happened to me when I got pregnant. I never had allergies, and
Uh-huh.
then after I had my daughter, I got seasonal allergies.
Maybe it's because I had. Maybe it was the menopause I went through. Maybe that's it.
That's possible.
Menopause.
Menopause, not menopause. Menopause.
It does make him very irritable every Wednesday morning.
I'm never irritable. I'm always pleasant.
Once a week? Well, menopause is supposed to happen once a month, like menopause. Okay. Anyway. Oh no, that's period. I'm sorry, I'm confusing menopause and period.
Wonk 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 wonk.
All right. Last question, and then we can carry on with the show. I want to know what's your favorite band?
My favorite band?
Yes.
Historically, it would be Kiss, but the band that whose music I prefer the most. There's never been a better album than Queensryche Operation Mindcrime.
Wow.
And that was Queensryche Operation Minecraft.
Operation Mindcrime.
Mind crime.
Crime. I've never been into Queensryche.
Well,
I knew you that's metal, right? Like old school metal.
progressive metal, yes.
Hmm.
It's
I
thinking man
was going
metal.
to say, it's really not, you can't classify them as metal because they are a little bit more prog than they
Yeah,
are
you can
metal.
classify them as metal. It's just that the definition of metal has gotten twisted over the last 20 years.
This is true. This is true. But I would definitely say they're prog metal if you're going to give them a title.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, very good.
I put that in my Google search so I could listen to it.
All right.
I recommend you start with a song called Eyes of a Stranger and really pay attention to the musicality, the vocal performance, and the lyrics because it's good.
I have to read lyrics to understand them because I'm like always so distracted with the music.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Jeff
Yeah.
Tate is a really good singer. He's crystal clear on the lyrics. You'll hear every word.
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually saw him live. He was performing by himself out here on Long Island 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Great show. He puts on an amazing show.
yeah.
All right, very cool. Well, that, sir, concludes the end of Fanboy for us. It's so funny you both didn't recognize that Doc was saying LOL.
Carrie, if you want to follow up on that comment,
I understood what he was saying.
I
Queen,
do sometimes need subtitles. Actually, I don't know if you guys do this. Do you guys put subtitles on during any kind of TV?
Yes.
Yeah, when I watch a movie, I have the subtitles on so I can read it instead of having to rewind to hear what the hell they just said because I'm partially deaf.
Yeah, the older I get, the more subtitles seem to be a thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I just
And
realized I'm old. That's why I'm doing it. Fuck you guys. This is the end of Fanboy for us forever. What's up, Woody? I'm saying
Hey,
hi,
Woody, what's up?
chat. And happy birthday to Grey Wolf.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
So, boss lady,
Oh.
take it away.
Okay.
What's next? What's the story? What happened?
Well, we're out of fanboy for us. Now we get to talk about you more.
Oh no.
Because
while you
no,
do that,
that's yeah.
while you do that, I've got to take care of the dog for a minute, so I'm gonna mute and blank the screen for a little bit. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'm going to just bring up Carrie's comment. She is following up by saying, I was just going to say, I understood Doc, but you two needed subtitles for some of what Doc said.
And she's
I
in
think
the UK.
it was, I know what she means. It was the mind crime
Yes.
for Queensryche. Okay. Derp. That should have been obvious, Carrie. Thank you, though, for following up. All right. So we're going to talk about you. And here's the things I know a bit about you. So you're retired military, and
I'm retired and military, but not retired military. I didn't retire from the military.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Retired military means you did your 20 years at least.
Oh, how long were you in?
All day.
Perfect answer. And then, but you're also a fine artist. We touched on that at the beginning, but then more, but not even more recently. You're also a comic book artist, and you started in the 90s.
In the 90s, I was doing comics. Yeah.
Okay.
I started off doing fine art, landscapes. I've always been a impressionist landscape painter, or even working in charcoal and pastel. And then as a kid, I would dabble. I would copy George Perez pages, whatever. Really liked them. And then in the 90s, I found myself temporarily disabled. And I was like, I got to do something. I'm going crazy. So I thought, well, hell, I can draw. So I sent submissions to some of the small press comics that were around the indies back then. Totally different scene than today. And I got picked up by a couple of them, and I just started doing comic books. Did that for maybe a year, got better, and went back to work and continued to just paint. I've always painted. I never stopped. Well, I have stopped here lately. That's a lie.
Right. You know, because that's one of the things that I know about you as well is you would live paint on Facebook and get a ton of people hanging out. And we've been talking about you doing it again, but it's kind of a tech issue at this point.
Yeah.
But just kind of back to the comic thing and doing small press.
Yeah.
First, I want to know, how did you know about them? Because they're small press in the 90s. And what did you do to submit and get them to know who you were?
There was a.
What did you do back then?
There was. I'm trying to remember, but there was a periodical that came out. That was just like a newsprint rag associated with the industry. You know, artists looking for writer looking for artists, that kind of thing. And then some of the smaller publishers, and Wizard Magazine actually ran one time too for one of the companies I worked for. And I just I went and I bought their product, and I looked at it and I went, I'm better than that guy. So I just wrote my own 12-page stories, and unsolicited, I just mailed them. And of the 4 that I submitted to, 2 of them hired me, and one of them wanted to, but I didn't think I could handle 3 books. So I was doing 2 books at the same time.
Did not know.
Yeah.
So, you guys, for everybody that only knows the internet age, this is back when you would mail shit.
Jesus Christ. This was FedEx and long distance phone calls. Holy smokes. My phone bill one month was higher than my mortgage payment. Because
I am,
was not free.
That is a huge, That is a huge change. The
Yeah.
whole long distance phone call thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't even imagine if you haven't lived in that world, because even if you don't have a cell phone these days, you can still communicate for free online.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, you're West Coast, I'm East Coast, and here we are talking for free at our leisure. Back then, it was this is costing me a fortune. Talk fast, get the answers to the questions that you have, and get off the phone. Holy shit!
I know, and we're like pretty good at dilly-dallying,
Yeah.
with this free shit. It's just like use up that bandwidth or whatever the server space,
Yeah.
know.
Do you remember that we would have to wait till after 7 for the rate to go down? So if you're gonna make a long distance call, wait till after 7. It was a crazy world, but I never thought when I was in that world that this kind of technology and that free communication would be a thing.
Right. Well, that was going to be my follow-up question is like back then did you even imagine that we could interface like this being on
No,
different coasts of the United States,
no, no. I remember using an electric typewriter. I had a filing cabinet. I had an old school drafting drawing board that I used. That was my high tech setup. Ka says he has a whole exhibit on saving money on long distance calls using the little blue box. Yeah. But yeah,
What's a little blue box?
the but then I did come back to comics. So let me bring this full circle here.
Yes, yes.
Um, I'm a retired counselor, and when I retired from counseling, my art was selling so well that I didn't even miss the income from the counseling. I mean, I was making good money on my paintings, and I was very happy about it. Then the world ended uh, in 2020, and for a while, I was still selling. I was out selling some of the local galleries that I exhibited at, and I was like, "All right, cool. Well, maybe I'm recession proof." No, no, I was not. No, I was not. And it reached a point where I almost couldn't give a painting away. But then I got it. I got canceled by some soy critters from the local art scene that I started. Uh, and of course, they drove it immediately into the ground and destroyed it, so it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, let's go into that story a little bit because that is one of the things I love featuring on Creative Chaos is
Mhm.
cancellation stories. So you got to give us more detail.
Well, there was. I mean, it's going to sound so stereotypical, but she had pink hair and a nose ring, and the sides of her heads was shaved.
Were you suspicious at the beginning?
I did not trust her. She
Okay.
was not a good artist, but she paid her dues to join the art association, and she set off my Huffalump alarm. But I tried to be friendly to everybody and whatever. Well, I was curating a gallery for a friend of mine, and actually for two friends of mine. And one of the friends I'm still friends with. The other one backstabbed her friend and tried to steal the gallery out from under her. And I took a stand. And the Huffalump that was in the association didn't care for the side that I chose, the side of right, and got all what's the word I'm looking for here? Just I mean, just a leftist scream,
Okay.
and rallied a couple of other like-minded scream monsters to her cause, and said that I wasn't welcome, uh, that I was gatekeeping. Now, mind you, I'm the curator of a gallery. The curator of a gallery's job is to
Yes.
use a level and hang shit level and to say no to
Yeah.
people that want to hang their art in the gallery. So of
It's
course,
called gatekeeping, I guess.
yeah.
Right?
So of course I was gatekeeping, but little pink hair nose ring could not understand that. So anyway, I said, fine, take it. Good luck to you. I don't need to do this. My art sells, unlike yours.
Right.
So then, flash forward a little bit, and I'm like, what in the world am I going to do? I can't live off my IRA forever. Um, so one night I had found Ethan Van Sciver's channel again, like many people. And I was like, I remember that cat. He was starting out the same time I did. And so I super chatted him and I said to him, I wish there was something like Comicsgate for fine artists because I've been canceled as well. And I dropped the link to my website for my fine art. And he brought it up and he looked through my stuff with Artie Bear and Billy Tucci, and they oohed and awed over my paintings. And Ethan said, I don't know what to tell you. Come make comic books with us. And I went, I know how to do that. So I immediately started planning to make comic books and came into the community, and I was blessed to meet some really good people. Hey, Daniel P. Riley, good to see you.
What's up, Daniel? Also, since we're saying hello, what's up, Eric Boyd?
Hey, Eric.
I see you out there.
Good to see you. But yeah, so then, I somehow, I don't even remember how, but I ended up teaming up with Anthony Romano as my publisher, and we did Pariah Blood and Mud, and now A Damn Dirty Thing, and the one thing has led to another.
Yeah, and including, you being asked of what side do you take? What side, Doc? What side?
What side of what?
Comicsgate drama.
I'm not on a side.
Oh.
Listen, it's Godzilla and King Kong are up there fighting. I'm just down here on the street trying to sell sushi.
I really love that. What would you call? Is that an idiom? You're the writer here. When you do a description like that,
an analogy.
An analogy, is that all it is?
It's
a good analogy.
Daniel Riley is a great writer. What is that, Daniel? It's a simile, an analogy.
Daniel, if there's a better descriptor than analogy, let us know, because I do love it, and that's why I did have to say, what side are you on? It's so fucking ridiculous.
I don't have a dog in that fight. They can fight all they want to. It does not put $1 in my pocket or take a $1 out of it. But yeah, I enjoy being a storyteller, and I enjoy the writing every bit as much as I do the art, the drawing part of it. And that has led me to being picked up by a publisher who wants to publish my books.
That's right. Edgeweaver Books.
Edgeweaver Books. Yep.
That's an exciting development for you.
I'm thrilled with it. The cover reveal, which is not really a reveal to this community, they've all seen the cover, is it's an idiom. Technically, it's an idiom. Thank you, Daniel.
Did I say idiom?
No, you said idiot. You called me an idiot.
That's adorable.
We hang out a lot, Christy.
I know. I'm like, we're getting way too familiar live on stream.
Yeah, this is how it goes when we're hanging out. What the fuck was I saying?
Oh wait, he said Doc is right. It's technically an idiom. I thought I might have said idiom, but I'm a woman. I take credit for all men's work, which makes me the perfect promoter for Flip City Magazine. I'm like, look at all these awesome men making this shit. I'm gonna go out and promote it. Yeah. Because they don't want to, really.
Christy is she is an absolute fucking trip. She's my buddy. But yeah, the cover reveal will be August the 1st or October the 1st, and then the book will go into Barnes and Noble and Amazon, and I forget where else, but it's going into
like probably Books a Million.
Something I don't even know.
I think that's the Canadian Barnes and Noble.
We had a Books a Million here once upon a time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know.
Yeah. But anyway, that's going to happen in the middle of October. So, I just want my royalty checks. Let's get it happening. Come on.
Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, isn't that the thing is you were kind of asking around the community, your friends, like who can I approach to publish, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I talked to a lot of folks. And of course, Daniel Riley, we have a writers group, and we bounce stuff off of each other. And Daniel has been a great help to me, as has Darren Wagner, our friend, and has Chris Brown, our friend Chris Brown. You know, we're backstage in this meeting. We call it the writers block, the blockheads, and we're sharing stuff we've written with each other to get feedback. And then Chris Brown comes out and starts sharing his slasher horror stuff, and I'm like, "Ooh, gross! Oh,
That's how I feel when Lori comes on this show. I'm like, you're disgusting, Lori. Ew. God, you're a horrible person to
that
make all
bitch,
these
Lori
fictional
Calcaterra."
characters. She's like telling me like the bugs are zombies and like even the bugs don't. And I'm like, what the fuck does that world look like? You weird, crazy person.
She is wonderfully weird. I love Lori Calcaterra, that bitch.
I know, me too. I love how she can fuck around. You know, like she's not somebody that, like, I feel at least. I have no idea how after she leaves the stream is like fuck Christy. I don't know, but she's always been nice after the fact. But yeah, I love giving Lori shit because she just rolls with it, you know.
Yeah,
And
she's
you
good.
don't find that often in women.
Yeah, she's a good sport. I've always had a good time with her, and she knows I'm just messing with her when I call her that bitch, Lori Calcaterra. But
Yeah.
you know, anyway, uh, Lori and Chris look innocent, but I love their work. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Chris,
Both of them totally do.
yeah, Chris looks like he would just be the nicest guy in the world, and he's writing this horrific freaking story, and I'm like, oh, that's awful, just awful stuff. But it's well written, awful, if that makes sense.
Yes, the only thing as far as Chris Brown goes that I've done is play his
Mhm.
games.
Yeah,
And they've been fun.
we have to, and they're good. He is a great creator. There's no coffee grudge.
Mhm.
I do know this though. She was on her own show and she didn't know that you decaffeinate coffee by roasting it as dark as it'll go. She thought the darker the roast, the more caffeine. It's like, how are you hosting a show called The Morning Brew and you don't know your coffee roasting? Jeez, come on.
She inherited that show, didn't she?
Yeah, Pop started that show, and then Lori took it over about 2 years ago, maybe 3, and she's been killing it. She does a great show.
Yeah, I'll be on it in January. I booked that like 2 months ago.
Yeah, yeah. Lori hit me up one day, and she says, "I'm launching the next Path of the Pale Rider. Can I come on your show?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely. Come next week." And then I said, "Coincidentally, I'm launching a Damn Dirty Thing at that same time. Can I come on your show?" She said, "Let me look at my calendar." I'm like, you bitch.
Oh wait, she didn't just send you the link to her calendar so you could discover it on your own?
No, but she booked me out like I think 4 weeks out, and I'm like, I just look. I would, Lori, we're friends. I would have told Jim Shooter when he was still alive that he would have to be postponed a week because my friend needed to come on my show.
Oh,
and that's not how you would do for. No, that's not how I roll. And that began that bitch Lori Calcaterra.
I see. Well, since we're talking shit on our friends in the community, who else do you want to talk shit about? Anthony?
I
What's
love
his
Anthony.
problem?
I got
What's
no
that
shit.
guy's problem?
He doesn't. He among his problems, none of them affect my friendship with him. So he's a good guy. He's a really good guy. And I want to tell you too, when we're working together, I mean actually working backstage on putting a book together to go to print, we have an absolute ball, and we will fight. Like I say, I feel like you should say this and this line. Now, I'm a writer who does not like to be edited. So you better damn well know your stuff if you're going to tell me to change my wording. And so we'll go back and forth and fight with each other. And a good example is this tapestry back here, my golem tapestry. The golem's eyes are red, but he wanted it to be green on the tapestry because they'll fluoresce better. And I'm like, yeah, see, I don't care. His eyes are red, and I want them to be red. We fought, and I
Okay.
mean fought.
I'm sorry. So basically, he's wanting the change in color for people that have black light,
Yeah, it's a black light
right?
tapestry. Yeah.
So then you're also like in my mind, I'm like, how many people are doing LSD in the comic scene besides Anthony?
Oh,
and still have a black light.
Eric, thanks for coming, buddy. Appreciate you.
Oh, bye, Eric.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, we have a great working relationship, and I really enjoy hanging out with him. I gave Pops a special thanks in my book because he was a good shoulder to lean on while I was getting into the community, and through doing CromCon with him, I got to meet dozens of great creators. Yeah, I mean, there's just Darren Wagner is a great guy. John Dillard is a great guy. Yucky Gum, great guy. We hang out during the week. But yeah.
You know what's funny is like I will occasionally, for anybody that doesn't know what Doc is referencing, I'm gonna do a couple of things here because we've mentioned so many people in the community and also Madness Comic is in here and you mentioned them as well. We are replayed on Roku now, which is fantastic through the Madness Entertainment Group. So for anybody that happens to be watching us on Roku and we're saying, buy this guy, buy that guy, it's because we are interacting with our live chat. If you are interested after the fact in checking out this show or any other show on Madness Entertainment Group, check out Madness Entertainment Group on YouTube or the Flip City Magazine channel on YouTube. And then you can chat live with us as well. And we'll bring up comments like this. Holy crap! I saw a post from CromCon 10 today. And then we'll read it out loud.
Yeah.
It goes kind of like that. But
that was some good shilling there, Christy. Good job.
I've been really negligent on like talking about the Roku because I'm hoping that people see this show, even if it's one or two people over on Roku. Like pop in, check out the show, and say, "Hey, this is fun. I want to get in on those poppy up things." That's how you do it.
It's a good time, and I congratulations to the Madness on the launch of the Roku channel. I know that's been something Pops has been chasing for quite a while, so I'm glad to see it come to fruition.
And it happened with the help of our lovely, wonderful, most handsomest producer in the whole world, Cosmic Rip.
And
telling me I did a good job.
And with help from our friend Max DeVille of Atrocity Comics.
That's true. That is true. I need to have Max back on. You know what? I probably should have booked both of you guys tonight. It would have been a way different
I couldn't
show,
put up with his ass tonight. That's too much.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Max is my buddy.
We love Max. I've only met Max more recently than you, but anytime I've had interactions with him, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and he's a good writer as well.
Indeed. Well, Doc, here's something I know about you as well.
Uh-oh.
You and Daniel's been saying it as well. Is you guys freaking hate promoting yourself.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I want to know, like, why? What feeling do you get in your balls when you're trying to promote yourself?
Let me put it this way. The very first solo gallery show I ever had as a fine artist, these are the events that you see on TV. You know, you got to wear a suit or, you know, it's formal. There's chamber music. There's champagne. There's hors d'oeuvres. It's a black tie event, blah, blah, blah. And I paid somebody to be me. and go in my place.
How'd he do?
He did good. He sold a couple of paintings.
Nice.
He was like, "Well, what do?" I said, "Just be aloof. Just be aloof." And he was a smart guy, so he was able to handle it. And,
So you paid somebody to be aloof, which is a very easy thing to be,
yeah,
and you still wouldn't do it yourself.
yeah. And so I clued the gallery owner in and said, "Look, I'm not coming, but my representative will be there, and we're just going to kind of pretend he's me." And they were like, "Okay." So we got away with it. It worked. And now after that, I did all my own appearances, but I did not enjoy them because. And here's how that would go. This is one of the reasons I don't like shilling for myself. I'll be at a showing, and my paintings sell for 4 digits, good money.
Sounds great.
Well, yes, it does. Until this couple comes up and they look like they spent every dime they had to rent a tuxedo, uh, and they're there just because they like the pretty pictures, and they can't afford it. And it's a $4,000 painting, and I'll go, "Nah, you can have it for 100." The galleries don't like it when you do that.
I can imagine.
And I don't really like doing it to myself. But at the same time, I know what it is to be poor and want to have something nice. So I have all but given away paintings because, and then the other part of that was always the crowd that would go, "How much would you charge me to paint whatever for me?" And it took me years to get to a place where I would ask a legitimate price for a painting. Because I'd be like, I don't know, give me $100, we'll call it good. No,
Right.
I don't pick up my brushes for less than $1,000. So, but it took forever to get there.
Well, here's another thing I know about you is that because you've done so many paintings, and it's better to have them on walls, is that you have enlisted friends. Oh, thank you, Madness, for the cookie over there on Built, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
You let people hang your paintings in their house. Basically, it's free storage
Yes.
for you, and these are people you trust to like give you your painting if you sell it.
Yes.
I'm so bummed that I do not live close enough to you to like get that deal because I'd love to decorate my house in your paintings. But also it makes me think I'm like, I think I just need to make more artist friends near me because
There
I
you
could
go.
probably come up with that deal.
There you go.
Like
There you go.
because I have a lot of wall space.
I probably have about a dozen pieces hanging at the art school that I teach at. And then my neighbor has probably a dozen, and I've got about a dozen hanging on my own walls. And then one more friend on the other side of town has run out of wall space and is storing them in closets for me. But this was, you got to remember, I was doing one or two paintings a day.
Oh damn!
Yeah, back before the world ended. So
Back before the world ended, because after the world ended, I bet you a lot of people did try to like start painting and
yeah,
stuff like that. Because
yeah, that's the draw streams picked up when everybody was locked in their homes. I had a lot of people viewing, and I was doing paint alongs, and it was fun. But the money dried up. Everybody had to be really, nervous with their money, and they didn't want to buy paintings because that's a luxury item. And one of the ways you'll know the economy is rebounding is when luxury items start selling again. So if I start selling paintings, I'll let you know that the economy is back, baby.
yeah, well, good point. And I think that's a perfect segue into our mansplain segment because I want to continue talking about your fine painting. And, this is where I like to ask advice for maybe the viewers out there. So, cause if we can get into mansplain, I'd surely appreciate that.
Let me explain. You see, mansplaining is not a negative thing. It's just that we as men have a biological urge to help propel the human race further, using our male wisdom and expertise.
And if there were anybody to give me male wisdom and expertise outside my husband, of course, it would be the illustrious Doc Blalock.
I was going to say it would be Darren Wagner.
No,
He can
I stomped
explain
his dick.
anything. He can explain anything, but you got to be patient.
That is true. I need to have him back on too.
Yeah, he's good.
Which he will be relaunching soon enough, so I will.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we were talking about, fine art and how you sell. You're bragging about how much money you make, right? I need to know step by step how one that wanted to sell their art in galleries, how the hell do you do that? What do you do?
That's always the two questions most frequently asked is that one, and the other one is how much should I charge for my art? So the answer to the second one is always it's whatever the market will bear. Okay. The answer to the first one is first build up a body of work so that a consistent style and theme is present in your work. That doesn't mean you can't have a variety, but you want to have a pretty consistent color palette, a pretty consistent skill level, and then you get a photo shoot of it and you start submitting to galleries that actually are real galleries. Stay away from vanity galleries where people are just paying money to hang their stuff on the walls.
Can you identify those ahead of time?
You can just ask, do they, like the really high end galleries will buy your paintings and then resell them. The next level down is it's consignment. They take a percentage, and that's your bread and butter. That's where you want to be. And then the lowest level is always those vanity galleries. But you can just ask them, do you have a hanging fee? And if they say yes, don't go. Don't hang in that gallery. Having said that, the other rule of thumb is when you're first starting out, hang anywhere that'll let you. The cafe, the coffee shop, the cigar shop, anywhere you can hang your art, hang it. And stick a business card in the corner.
Maybe not the cigar shop though.
Anywhere.
Really? I mean, if you have it glass, I would think like have glass over it.
Nah.
You just want the tobacco on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't charge a penny more for that wonderful smoke smell on my paintings. I don't charge anything extra for that.
That's some really good advice, actually. I mean, I would think enough local shops would like kind of be happy to hang your art.
Most of
they got
are.
walls.
Yeah, they get a little bit leery about liability issues. So, you always have a standard contract that you take that says if you sell one while it's on your walls, you get a cut. This is a consignment, and this is a release from liability. If you accidentally deep fry my painting with the French fries, I'm not going to sue you. That's just the cost of doing business, and they get pretty comfortable with you at that point.
It's funny because Scott, we have a lot of paintings here that Scott did, and I like them, but they're literally like sitting in our buildup. I think I might go to some local shops
Get them
and
out
say,
there.
"Hey, will you want to hang this?" Because if we can sell it and
Mhm.
we get a little extra cash, thank you.
Yes, a little extra
I
better.
I didn't even think of doing that.
Yeah. Stay away from antique stores that are like consignment malls. Stay out of those places. They want to sell your painting for they want you to sell your
That's
painting.
half my town.
Yeah, you
Are
want to
those
stay out of those. They'll sell your painting for $50. It's a $4,000 painting. No, don't do that. But coffee shops, cafes, pharmacies that are privately owned pharmacies, any place that's kind of a mom and pop feel, get in there.
Yeah, and I did want to bring this up from earlier. It says 7 minutes ago. Daniel, he says for me, and I know he's talking about self-promotion. It's not that he hates it. I just want to spend my time making new stuff, and y'all having wonky hours of operations into my creative time.
Yeah.
I think that's probably kind of across the board for creatives in the independent space.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, shilling takes up time. But I've on my fine art YouTube channel, which is my only one left now. I have the 3 things that you have to do to succeed in art. One is you have to make art. That means be prolific and be proficient. So be good at it and make a lot of it. 2, you got to show it to people, and that's the marketing part. And then the third thing is stand behind your work. I just call it be nice. Have some integrity about yourself. Stand behind your product. Deliver what's asked of you. Don't take people's money and not deliver. Don't miss deadlines, And this was, that's not a dig at anybody in indie comics. It's on my videos from years ago that you can see. But you do those 3 things and you will succeed as a fine artist. But it'll take you a while, but you will get there.
Unless you suck.
Unless you suck. But remember, part 1 is be proficient and prolific.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think a lot of people are prolific at sucking. All right. And on that note, I think that's a good point to stop mansplain, because I was about to ladies explain how to suck. Oh, that didn't sound right.
Yeesh.
Clip it.
I'll just ban spread.
Out loud. Out loud. Okay. I'm super excited to get into this next part. Every single Creative Chaos stream, we do go into Conspiracy Corner because I am an unashamed conspiracy theorist, and Doc is a very ashamed conspiracy theorist. So he will take this wheel and say, I have a logical explanation for this.
I'm a conspiracy buster. I'm a myth buster.
I know there's thing. I know. I refuse to believe that you are as level-headed as you say.
I have no idea how to respond to that.
I like taking you into those corners. That's the only painting I do. Is Doc into corners. Anyway, let's get into conspiracy corner, dude. Bleh. Conspiracy corner. Let's do it.
I wanna live with a conspiracy girl. I could be prepping the rest of my life with a conspiracy girl.
Those weren't aliens.
Last week, I told the audience my dog did literally eat my tinfoil hat, and I haven't made a new one. Doc knows all about Ozzy, the new dog.
Yep.
And he likes to eat a lot of stuff, so that was a shiny poop.
Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn. That poor dog.
All right. For anybody unfamiliar with Conspiracy Corner, we do have a Wheel of Conspiracy. I have recently updated it within the last couple of weeks. There is some crazy shit on there. I'm super excited to have Doc spin this and be like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
You frighten me terribly.
Exactly. So, Doc, I'm gonna.
Holy shit.
It's been a while. See, I told you I'm a conspiracy. I mean, if I can make a conspiracy wheel with this many topics, you know I am a proud conspiracy theorist. And, I actually do say that tongue in cheek because basically, and I think we're turning the corner for it to be a little bit different than it's been in the last, decade-ish. Some of this stuff is common knowledge. Some of it does go deep. I do say conspiracy theorist as a tongue-in-cheek type of thing, because it's any thinking person these days is a conspiracy theorist, in my own humble opinion. All right, so I'm going to just give you a refresher of how this wheel works. You get 3 spins. You can choose to stay with topic 1 or topic 2, if you choose to spin again.
Mhm.
But if you choose to spin a third time, you're stuck with the topic no matter what it is. But this is why I love having writers on, is it does not freaking matter if you know anything about it. You can make up a story. It doesn't matter. The point is entertainment, okay?
Okay, I'll try to be entertaining. I got the message, Christy.
You're always entertaining.
I'll try.
All right, are you ready to spin?
Spin this damn thing.
All
She's
right,
been mansplaining to you this whole time, Doc.
I know.
I don't have a wiener. I'm lady-splaining.
Okay.
Splainery.
Explainating.
All right, let's spin the wheel. Oh my God. This is a topic for you, I think, because your parents were public educators.
Yeah, but how is that a conspiracy theory?
The fact that they're pushing all this transgender agenda.
Well, there's that, but then also like wasn't the public education system made by some billionaire? I forget who it was at this very moment.
Rockefeller.
To basically make good factory workers. You ever hear that one?
Spin it again.
All right.
That was too easy.
All right.
I can track all the public education all day.
This could be eugenics. Oh, that's a big one. That can go real deep. You know much about eugenics, Doc?
I might know a thing or two.
Oh, and see, here's the thing. This seems like the perfect topic to actually expose you as a conspiracy theorist.
Well, no, it's not a conspiracy. Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, was a big eugenicist.
You crazy person! What are you talking about?
But that one's too easy. Let's spin again. Let's see what else we come up with.
Oh, it's gonna be flat Earth. I know it. I don't know if that's still on here. All right, final spin. Vulcan, if you're out there, I'm being very rigid on this but the wheel rules tonight. All right.
Oh, have you been being lax lately?
I have. I've been like very sneaky.
What's it playing on one of the two on? It almost did.
It's gonna be cryptids.
And I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good with that. That's a good topic. So what the hell? Get me off the main screen. I don't want to be here. Vulcan Live says, final spin, unless Doc wants to spin again.
No. I wasn't going to let him get away with that bullshit.
I do have a problem, though. So I'm wondering if you have a commercial you could play, because...
You go do your thing. I will sit here and chat with the chat. And Bruce, if you want to get back on camera,
I'll be 2 minutes.
Help me through it. We will see you in 2 minutes, Doc. All right, Doc's going and researching cryptids because he has no fucking clue. Because he's, as my good friend Christian Zaffo says, old dusty farts. That's his nickname. Isn't that rude? Isn't that rude, Doc?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember calling them cryptids when we were kids, like the Jersey Devil or, the Chupacabra. There was another name we used to call them back then, but not cryptids. Cryptids only recently came around last 20 years, so I don't
know. God. I can't even remember the first time I heard the term cryptids.
Yeah. Neither can I.
Do you, by the way, Bruce?
Urban legends. Thank you, Pops. Urban legends, not rural
Urban
legends.
legends, rural
Urban
legends.
legends.
Yes.
That was the name before cryptids was created.
Yes, yes. Now, Bruce, do you remember my story about like the time that the word shapeshifter was beamed in my head?
We talked about it a while ago.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell the story. So,
Go for it.
so there is this trail that I regularly walk, and it's a trail that is not populated by people.
Right.
And I would take my dog there because I could let her off leash and not feel like I was going to bug anybody, because my dog's off leash. So I would
Right.
do that. But like 3 or 4, even, I think maybe 7 different times, I would run into this guy, and he would never say a word, even when I would greet him, like hello. He'd like, and so I'm thinking, oh, this guy's just kind of a druggie wandering the woods, blah blah blah. And then even and both my husband and daughter on separate occasions with the dog and me ran into this guy. The weirdest one was me and my daughter walking down the trail. It had recently snowed. This guy comes wearing pajama pants and a t-shirt in the snow, barefoot, out of the forest. Right? And we're like, what the hell? And and all kinds of snots like coming down. Like, it was really weird. So several meetings until our very, very final meeting. It was only me and the dog. And I'm coming out of the trail and he's walking in. And I'm like, I just kind of nod. And we go a little bit further down the trail, and there's a poop on the trail that my dog proceeds to eat. And I'm like, ew, that's gross. But then we go a little bit further, and there's this rock portion that kind of marks between 2 different trails. And we're right as soon as we come out of that portion, actually like 50 feet from that, I have this feeling and I turn around, and there's a coyote standing right on the other side of the rocks, like smiling at us, like, and it was a tiny coyote though. And he's like, and the first thing I think, shapeshifter. And
Wait,
I
I'm
swear to
sorry.
God, I think that guy was a shapeshifter.
How did it go again?
That was what the coyote was doing at us.
Somebody
And
clip that for me, please. I will
All
play
right.
that as your intro on the show every week.
I'm cool with it. I know I have a big old mouth. Anyway, so we are on the topic of cryptids, and it is now your turn to talk about cryptids.
I'll preface by saying this. When I was young, there was a show called In Search Of, narrated by Leonard Nimoy, and it was
Yes.
investigating paranormal stuff. And when he got to Bigfoot, it scared the hell out of me. I was horrified. So, of course, I went to school and checked out a library book called Bigfoot, His Kith and Kin. And I was so enamored of that lore that I literally kept that book the entire school year. They had to demand it back because I kept reading it. I was looking at the photos, and I was both horrified of Bigfoot and I desperately wanted him to be real at the same time. And so I had worked myself so up into a state about Bigfoot that where I was from, there was lots of woods. I mean, there's miles of woods, and I would go out deep in the woods. And this is back in the early '70s. Nobody gave a damn where their kids were, and I was way out there one time, and I climbed up a tree, and I was just chilling up there, enjoying life, being a kid, and I got the heebie-jeebies. It's like, well, what if Bigfoot came walking out of that thicket right there and just looked up here and saw me? Oh shit. I literally weirded myself out so bad I ran home screaming, ah! But then, flash forward to as an adult. I want to believe in Bigfoot. People are seeing something, and that something is real, but I don't know what it is. Now, I am not, I don't believe it's an extra dimensional creature or it has anything to do with UFOs. I think it's a North American primate that's just, it's doing what it does. It's chilling out there in the deep woods. But
As far as its intelligence level, do you think it's like a highly intelligence, like close to human consciousness
I don't know
intelligence?
how intelligent they would be, and I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. I mean I don't know. I know they have a great wood sense, and they know how to know when they're being watched. They know how to follow you without being seen. They know how to stay out of sight, and they know to stay out of sight. And Darren actually brought up a good point. The few people that have been accosted supposedly by a Bigfoot were not hunters; they were fishermen, because Bigfoot has learned what a rifle is. Interesting, right? So I don't know what they are, other than I believe that they are a North American primate, and I want them to be real. Like, you'll hear the other side of the argument say, "Well, why haven't we found their bones or a carcass?" Well, we know deer are real, and I have spent a lot of time in the woods, and you would be hard pressed to find a deer skeleton. Because predation is the thing, they're scavengers and predators, and they're going to scatter a corpse, blah blah blah. So,
Also, if they're intelligent enough and familial, wouldn't they bury their dead or do something with their dead?
maybe. Would it be cool if they did like Viking ritual burials? They they build a raft and put them on there and set it on fire.
Yes.
Zod go with water.
You know what's funny too? Like me personally, when I think about the whole Bigfoot thing, and I said this mistakenly to my brother once when I'm like in southern Utah looking out at the vastness of the United States.
Right.
I don't think very many, especially if you live in a city in the United States, or two, don't live in the United States, you don't realize like how much wilderness there is. There's wilderness everywhere.
Yes. The Pacific Northwest is larger than the UK by a huge margin, and a lot of it is woodland. And then the Tennessee Valley of the Appalachians is a gigantic area that's largely unexplored. There are roads that go through there. That's not the same thing as explored.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just imagine being broken down on one of those vast roads that go through the middle of nowhere. You literally can fucking die.
Yeah.
If you're not rescued.
Yes. And that's a whole nother conspiracy theory. I think that my cars are out to get me. You need to put this one on your wheel. It's called resistentialism. It is the conspiracy / theory that inanimate objects have malice towards certain people and will act with malice toward them. I suffer from this.
You're gonna have to remind me because resist Italian.
Resistentialism.
Okay. Pencil, paper.
Even Terry Brooks referred to it. He said, yeah, that's when you neatly coil up an extension cord and leave it in your shed, and the next time you go to get it, it's tangled around the lawnmower. It's an inanimate object, and it's just fucking with you because it can.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about your cars, because I think my sister has the same problem.
Yeah,
she kills every single car, and I'm absolutely the opposite. Every car I have literally lasts until it's like 300,000 miles.
Yeah.
Now
my cars last a good long while, but
Okay.
they will never pass up an opportunity to fuck with me at the most inopportune moment. So, that's I remember there's a long stretch of nothing in South Georgia between Savannah and Macon, Georgia on Highway 16. You literally have time to get out on this interstate and lay in the middle of the road and take a nap, and a car won't come by. And so I'm putzing down through there, and it's dark and it's nighttime, and my light starts getting dim. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Well, my alternator has gone out. And I roll to a stop in the middle of bumfuzzled nowhere. Car is dead. Open the door to get out, look under the hood. I don't know why I'm going to look under the hood, other than I know the engine is under there. It's not like I know what the hell I'm doing under there. And I'm looking around at just this overwhelming silence of this deep forest, the crickets and the frogs and the cicadas. Not a car anywhere from horizon to horizon. This is before their cell phones. And I'm like, well, this is how it all ends for me. I'm fucked. But as much as my vehicles do that to me, God looks out for me. So it wasn't terribly long before this skinny Billy Bubba and his grandmama pulled over to help me out. Turns out he owns a garage right on up around the corner up here. And I'll tow you up there and we'll get you going. So I was rescued. Gray Cloudy Day says, hello. Hello, Gray Cloudy Day.
Hi, Gray Cloudy Day. Hello.
Hi, Gray Cloudy Day.
But to get back to Bigfoot, I wanted to say this because it's true. I have an acquaintance who was a deputy sheriff, and he was it still is, a very feet on the ground kind of guy. And hey, Stephen B, good to see you.
Yeah, Stephen B just popped in. What's up, Stephen B?
And he was a deputy sheriff, and he got a call about a trespasser out in the boonies. So he goes out and he finds what looks like Bigfoot tracks beside a creek. And he gets the heebie-jeebies, of course. And then, he calls for backup to come with him because it's Bigfoot. And he's going with his flashlight and he's following it down this moist clay sand bank. And the creek opens into a pond. The tracks just stop. They don't walk off into the water. They don't veer. It's like the feet came together and it just stopped as though it were standing there. And then it vanished. So he could only conclude in his mind, as he weirded himself completely out, that this thing stepped through a dimensional doorway or was beamed up by a UFO or some shit. There was no trace anywhere of it. And it so convinced him that he wrote a book about it, and I've got to get a copy of it. I haven't ever done that, but I need to. So yeah, that's the closest I have ever come. Okay, I've been in the woods with all kinds of critters, and other than weirding myself out, I've never come close to seeing one or thought I saw one. But
what do you think your reaction would be? Like, let's just put yourself now as you in the tree as you were as a little boy, and that scenario came true where Bigfoot comes out. What do you think your reaction would be? Because you're in a tree now.
Yeah, the neighbor's chihuahua ran out of their yard toward me and almost shit myself. So I'm old. What can I say? I have often wondered what would happen if I saw it from a distance. I would be awestruck, and no, I would not have the presence of mind to get out my phone and try to film it. Plus, I've seen the pictures my phone takes, and it would look like a fucking potato anyway. What was it Mitch Hedberg said? What if Bigfoot's just blurry?
Yeah, right.
All the pictures are actually in focus. He's just blurry. But I would be awestruck. But if it saw me and was looking at me before I saw it, I think I would just fall over dead. That would probably be heart attack inducing. Well, that's all she wrote for me, boys and girls. Peace out.
What a way to go, though.
Yeah. But I when I say I want to believe, I mean I really do want to believe. But I am also the guy that I'm gonna need to see some hard evidence. Hard evidence. Bring me a body, Bring me a live one or a dead one. Period. I got to see that.
What about like fur that's been like sent to the lab and there's like anomalies?
Well, they've done that, haven't they?
I think so.
Yeah. And see, I don't know. I mean, the fact that you can't identify something is not proof. You can't prove a negative.
That is true. You and all your damn common sense. We got to get out of conspiracy corner. Because guess what, Doc? Even though you've been on many of the Flip City Magazine FAFO streams and
Oh,
you've
Lord.
kept your branding fresh, I'm still rebranding you anyway. So we're going to rebrand you.
I don't know what any of that means.
It doesn't matter. Vulcan Lives is probably the only person that knows what it means besides me.
It's like when
Bruce might.
when the show started and you came out, you you uttered some absolute gibberish. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Was that even English?
You were saying that backstage too. And I got like super self conscious, you asshole. I'm like, was I not speaking? Like, speak English, motherfucker.
English motherfucker, do you speak it?
Yes, that's it. Anyway. All right, we're branding you. It's not in a weird sex cult kind of way. It's just a Flip City branding. It's harmless. Basically, it comes with invitations back to any Flip City FAFO stream, but you're always invited anyways.
Okay.
And Halloween is almost only a month away, so I did choose one of our Halloween things, and I'm gonna have Cosmic Grandpa bring up the slideshow. Basically, you're gonna choose one of these things. I'm gonna read you in here.
Okay.
Uh-oh. You're embiggenated. How embarrassing for you.
I am?
Yeah, as far as what I see.
No, I see modern monstrosities on this.
Oh, do you really? Okay, now I see it.
Just skimming the scum on the surface of society reveals substantial sleaze, but just who is responsible for manufacturing these modern monstrosities?
So there's going to be 4 here. You got to choose one. We've got Franken-Science's Monster and Count Taxila. We've got Children of the Con and Swamp Things. I will remind everybody that I do pull from past Flip City editions. I think this one's a couple years old, but they're still funny. So, which modern monstrosity would you like to read about tonight, Doc?
Oh, let's go with. I mean, I was raised in a swamp. Let's go with Swamp Things.
All right. Basically, you just have to read it out loud, and then you're branded.
Okay. Swamp Things, the start of the U.S. election season, finds deep state slugs surfacing from the D.C. slime, creeping and crawling into position right on time. Their insatiable urge to smother and squash all investigations into voter fraud and Biden family crimes. Swamp Things. Hell yeah.
Swamp Things.
And we know my favorite is that pencil neck freaking oh Lord, his name just went out of my head.
Schiff?
Yeah, Adam Schiff died. Ooh, I can't stand that dude.
Swifty Swift. Swifty Swift.
Yeah, we've got some. I don't think we did any Schiff in that one. I think he's one of our ruled by ghouls.
He's that smug little grin on his face like he knows something you don't, when he is literally a vapid-headed idiot.
But
with
wait,
weird, creepy bug eyes.
Did you hear what happened earlier this evening?
He got indicted.
No, not him. Comey.
Oh, got
James
indicted?
Comey.
Good.
They nailed James Comey. They got him on two charges right now. Oh yeah, here it comes. The snowball effect is coming.
I'm really hoping.
This is the FO portion of the FAFO, boys and girls.
Yes, it is. The foe. Here comes the foe.
This is why they were willing to do anything to stop Trump from being president again, because they knew the pendulum's going to swing back, bitch, and here it comes.
It's coming back real hard, and it's going to knock them all out of the box.
Yep.
Yes. Oh, I'm just going to highlight this real quick. Stephen B says, my comic is on cryptids. So when I am writing about one, Bigfoot, for example, I have to do research on it.
Right.
I want to know, Stephen B, have you ever watched David Politis? I think he's the best Bigfoot researcher.
I like. I watch Bob Gimlin, his show about it, and I watch Small Town Monsters and Cabin in the Woods. And I watch Thinker Thunker when I can, but Thinker Thunker puts most of his stuff behind the paywall these days. So don't get
Yeah, I gotta say I like Harry and the Hendersons as far as.
That's cute. Well, Doc, I thank you so very, very much. I didn't have a guest this week. You're my pal. I asked you to fill in, and it's been great hanging out. I learned more. I learned more about you.
I'm sorry.
Well, what are you gonna do?
I'm sorry that happened to you. Thank you
don't-
for having me on. It was fun, and I'm sure that the world is a better place because this happened.
Okay.
It is now.
And now it's time for Doc to go to bed after he finishes his cigarette. And we talked about it a little bit. We fall into this, I think, when me and you hang out. We don't do a ton of promoting for you, but Doc does have a book out right now. It is I think in the description of the video, I said it's a gritty crime noir novella and comic with a surprising amount of magic.
A little touch of magic, a little skosh of magic in there.
Yes.
And I have to ask, it's all black and white?
Yes.
I like that. That carries the noir even further.
And it always will be, Bruce. Always.
There you go.
I still have them both on the top of my computer. So
Yay.
here's the noir. Looks like this.
The novella.
I mean, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the way, let me
And I keep it in the plastic.
let me bark that novella a little bit.
Yeah.
There are only 15 of those left, and when they're gone, they will never exist again because my new publisher said, "Yeah, go ahead and sell out what you've got, but once we start selling the book, you can't sell those anymore."
So how do I get my hands on one of those novellas?
Fundmycomic.com.
Fund My Comic. They're only $9, and we'll get one out to you.
By the way, Christy, I never got last week guests.
Oh, you didn't finish Frederick's.
No, guys kept kicking me off.
Frederick Guimont.
Well, because you wanted the pin.
Well, okay, but also on that novella, it has, I think, 10 illustrations in it by various artists in our community that will not be in the new book. So they're a one-time appearance only.
All right, so it's Fund My Comics.
One right here.
Yeah, that's either
Right.
Stephen
Anthony.
B. Okay, I was gonna say that's either Stephen B. or Anthony Romano. I don't remember which. Fund My Comic, a damned dirty thing.
Here's by Stephen B. Look, Stephen. There's your art.
Yeah, there's Stephen
Right
B.
there in print. Support the indies, you guys. I know there's a lot of hate going out there for the big studios, the big money grabbers that just want to gender swap your favorite characters. Stop complaining and do something about it. And in my opinion, that is supporting the independent creator space. There's so much good stuff going on out there. And if you just take a minute to search it out, it's super easy on social media. Look for an independent creator. If you say one word to them on Twitter, they're basically gonna cream their pants. They're gonna be so excited that you read their stuff, and they care. The independent people are the people that actually care about their audience in large swaths. Maybe not every single one of them, but like 99.9% of independent creators are going to love that you've given them a chance at the very least.
Absolutely right. And I'll tell you this too: the Damn Dirty Thing story, both in the comic version, which is very short, and the novella, have gotten nothing but good reviews. So I think you're going to like it. It's turns out I'll rank it like this: I paint better than I draw, and I write better than I paint.
Ooh, that took me a second, but I get it now.
It's not giving it to me. It says this campaign is currently being edited and or awaiting approval from the admin.
A damned dirty thing?
It's been up for like 2 years. You should be able to just go there.
I'm like,
and
is Anthony making a last minute change?
try this, Bruce. Go to darkgiftcomics.com.
One more time?
darkgiftcomics.com. That's my publisher's website. And then there's a link for Rampart Studios. That's me.
Yes.
Yep. And then he's got a link for Rampart Studios. Click on that.
Now, this sounds more technical.
Well, I mean, I know it's a direct link to the campaign. So if you go down to the bottom, you'll see the Damn Dirty Thing and purchase here.
Not giving it to me.
Also, you can just go in the video description of this stream and click on the link there.
Yeah.
On Pilled?
Everywhere we're streaming.
Damn it, I'll just go into Pilled.
Oh, wait. No, this is what I'm going to do too. I'm going to just drop it in chat. Look at me. I'm such a dork. I'm like, I have it right here in my production notes. Here, it's going to be right here in the chat. Because also, the chat should go check it out if you haven't already. Go look at Doc's campaign at the very least. And at the very most, back at the highest tier. What is the highest tier?
Drop it in Pilled, will you? Come on, hurry up. I'm waiting.
The highest tier is called, there's two top tiers. One is Damned If You Do and one is Damned If You Don't. The Damned If You Do is, that will get you everything, including the previous book, Pariah, Blood and Mud, shared universe. And then the Damned If You Don't is everything on the campaign minus the Pariah, Blood and Mud stuff.
Oh, and you know what? Since we're waiting for Bruce to kind of click through and do all that, I do owe a shout out to...
There you go.
I owe a shout out... You've used Fund My Comic before, I think. Anyway, I'm going to give a special shout out to Patrick Quinlan. I did receive his comic book yesterday. I just haven't read it yet.
Oh, okay.
So thank you, Patrick. It looks beautiful. The two covers look wonderful. And thank you for also sending it signed.
Ka says, Roku watchers, this is the part where we watch Bruce fiddle with technology.
Yeah, that's the hard part here. All right, it's not letting me get to it. What the hell? Click on contribute.
Yes.
I'm glad.
$7. Damn Dirty Thing comic novella. Bingo. Got it.
There you go.
Item is added to your cart. Now go down to my cart.
All right, cool. Once you're hitting that button, Bruce, let us know. Me and Doc will continue a side conversation here.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't wait. Just want to contribute. No.
Wait, did he say wait like we should shut up?
No, keep going.
And let him go. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
Bruce, I appreciate you, brother.
I'm just trying to find it. It's giving me shit here.
And you'll get it. And when the book gets there, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you. I'll let you know.
I'll appreciate it. I love the feedback.
Well, you know, Doc, just because Bruce happens to be on the site and figuring out and everything, what do you feel about Fund My Comic? Because that's the only place you're crowdfunding, isn't it?
I love Fund My Comic. I will not do business with Indiegogo or Kickstarter. They have, Kickstarter and Indiegogo have both played games with people's livelihoods, and I don't appreciate that. Fund My Comic doesn't play games. If they approve your campaign to go up, it's up, and no amount of hate mail is going to get them to shadow ban you or bring you down. So I was on Indiegogo for my first campaign. They shadow banned me all the way from my sign up until the campaign ended. I funded in spite of them, not because of them. So they can pick one and suck it.
What do you think
Like
is
that.
the most egregious story? Because, there might be people watching on Roku or even tuning now on YouTube or wherever else that have no idea that this has happened in the crowdfunding scene, because
Yeah.
that's kind of where we're functioning. What is the most egregious story you know of as far as banning goes from the big two platforms, either Kickstarter or Indiegogo?
I don't remember which one it was, but our good friend and Eisner Award winning writer Mike Barron had his book coming out. I forget the name of the book.
Private American.
Private American. And no one has read the book yet, but a competitor of Mike's did a write-in campaign calling the book racist. Mind you, no one's read it yet because it hasn't been released. And that platform, either Kickstarter or Indiegogo, banned the campaign, took it down. And Mike Barron, of course, sued, and I don't know the outcome. I don't know the outcome of that, but it was, I think he was suing for tortious interference and breach of contract. And I hope he should win.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's all settled, and there was a part of the settlement where it said you can't say anything about this.
Yeah, Kickstarter did that to Mike, says Pops, and he would know. All right. So
Got it.
All right. Thank you, brother.
Hooray!
I appreciate you.
Hooray.
Yeah, Indiegogo banned, shadow banned me and Stephen B in pre-launch. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to take credit for 24% of my sales through pass-through traffic when you couldn't go to Indiegogo and search and find my campaign. You had to have the direct link, and the only way you got the direct link was like if I was on a show and I dropped.
Right. Yeah, it was all just your own promotion.
Right. So they literally tried to take credit for. Ooh, that flew all over me.
Yep. And Vulcan Lives says, the old "you're racist" tactic.
Yes, indeed.
It's been way overused. I'm looking forward because, things never stay the same. That's one thing that you can guarantee. Change is always going to happen. This isn't going to last forever.
Yeah, the pendulum
And
is always swinging.
And I feel like we're on the precipice of it swinging back.
Oh, it's
the other
already
way.
it's swinging back. It definitely is. And the funny part is watching the soy side of the left hasn't gotten the memo, and they think it's business as usual. They keep getting clobbered in polls, in public opinion, in monetary. They're on the 30 end of every 70-30 proposition out there. I mean, all they're doing is losing.
Yeah, it is true. We've been watching them lose for a long time, but it's taken a long time for the quote unquote normie or somebody who doesn't really pay attention to these things to like get the memo
Yeah.
for that to be received at their doorstep. And I think they're seeing it.
Yeah, I think when Disney said, whoopsie, we seem to have lost the testosterone part of our audience, and we'd like to get some IPs and product that might bring them back. And I wanted to, as a matter of fact, I did on my show. I said, hey, Disney, here's what you do. Step one, apologize to Star Wars and Marvel fans without equivocation. Just say, we're sorry. We drank the DEI water, Kool-Aid, and we got a little stupid, and then make something good. And you'll be forgiven.
Yeah, see, that's the thing where I hardline too. And I'm like, I don't want them to be forgiven. Just give the power to the indies.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
well,
deserve it.
As far as I'm concerned, they can all go to hell. Disney's cucked DEI cesspool of garbage, especially now that they've allowed Kimmel back on the air.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I got no use for that guy, but they'll fire him anyway for low ratings. Watch,
Well,
it'll
it's coming. That's right. They people are fighting against that. As a matter of fact, 4 major networks or 4 major cities that carry Disney
Syndicator.
refuse to air it.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. But anyway,
So-
you know, this is the thing. You know, the culture is healing, but it's healing. It's not healed. It'll take a minute, but it's gonna happen.
Indeed. Well, let's look forward to those happier times, hopefully, if AI doesn't explode at all, I guess.
Bruce,
That's what we're
I
supposed
think
to be
you're old
afraid
enough
of.
to remember. We've been here before. Jimmy Carter.
Yes.
This is the new normal. Wear a sweater in the house. Turn your thermostat down. Gas lines. Blah 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 blah. And
Yep.
Ronald Reagan showed up and said, "Well, no, you're wrong, asshole. I'm gonna fix it." And he did.
he
And
did.
America exploded.
Yep.
We're about to do it again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Well, on that note, that is a happy high note to leave on tonight. Bruce, however, I didn't give you a chance to plug.
Oh, you mean I can Bruce it up now?
Yeah, you got.
All right. So
30
catch
seconds.
us on Sunday to see the exclusive replay of "I Took a Bullet for James Comey" by our good friend Joey Mormon. Yes, thank you, Cosmac. We're going to be showing that on 3 Beermen this weekend. But if you want to follow us, we're on 3beermen.tv. That's the number 3 BEERMEN.tv, 3beermen.tv. As soon as the website opens up, you can click on any one of the icons. It'll take you right to our listings of all of our shows. And if we're live, 7 p.m. Big Apple time, 4 o'clock Avocado time, check us out Sunday nights.
That's
3
right. You
Beermen,
can-
Cosmic Grandpa, Bruce Q. Wayne, Norm, and sometimes the Hawk makes a fly in and a flyby.
And you can also find them on the Madness Entertainment group on the Roku, as well as this show and so many other wonderful shows. And as far as Flip City Magazine goes, we were just talking about all the crap that the mainstream puts out. Flip City Magazine has been taking the shit out of it all with our wonderful Perrys, and we've got a special edition funding right now on Fund My Comic. You can find that at fundmycomic.com/FlipCity27. Go over there, check out the campaign. I think it's a fun campaign. You get an idea of the art and writing that is put into that and all the work that we've been doing over the past 5 years
Beautiful
to make
work.
this thank you.
Beautiful work. Flip City Magazine. You will laugh out loud. That's all I've got to say. You will laugh. And who
You
doesn't
will.
need a good laugh?
Exactly. So go and check out our campaign on Fund My Comic. That's fundmycomic.com/FlipCity27. And we will see you guys here next week, live, same time, same place, Flip City Magazine and Madness Entertainment Group on YouTube and other places around the internet. Follow at Kitty Flip City if you want to know all the links over there on X. I
Hello,
don't
my name is Billy Powermax.
Hello, Billy Powermax.
Hi, Billy Powermax.
Hi, Billy Powermax. Bye, Billy Powermax. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, class. List everything insensitive, exclusionary, bigoted, nationalistic, misogynistic, and offensive that you can find in history's great myths and legends. Extra points for suffering panic attacks or emotional outbursts. Fact check every opinion against the lived experience of your comrades and allies so you can avoid forming a criminal opinion. Scrutinize it cover to cover. Wrongthink, misgendering, dead naming, misinformation, microaggressions. Leave no page unturned.